Hi angels, welcome to Earth Angel Energy. I'm the Earth Angel and today I'm bringing you another pick a card reading, and today's topic is how do women view you? So the women you know, the women you meet, the women who see you, how do they view you? And I have 3 piles for you. Pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So go ahead and take a second, see which pile resonates with you, and we can go ahead and get started. Hi, pile 1. So if you chose the first pile, then this is your reading on how do women view you, how do women see you. So I'm seeing right away quite a fiery reaction. So I feel women definitely find you very attractive, but it's kind of that attractive of when you see someone who just looks really good and you almost kind of don't trust them. Now I feel like this is women that don't really know you very well, but there's this kind of feeling of you look really good. And sometimes there's almost this concern about is my man or partner gonna look at them or something like that. You do get quite a bit of attention from women, but it leaves them feeling kind of I'm getting a bit of an envious energy, I'll be honest. And I don't think there's anything that you're doing wrong here. There's things that you can do if you want to mitigate it. There's a little bit of a defensive energy, I think, from women. I don't think they'll show it to you necessarily, but maybe you've perceived this when interacting with women. Especially too, if you're walking away or not looking at them, I feel like other women will actually look at you a lot. I'll be honest though, regardless of what gender you are, I do feel like a lot of women are actually attracted to you themselves, which also can bring out some some kind of harsh energy or harsh feelings from them. It's kind of it's sort of a tepid energy though, because it's kind of they're not going to say anything to you, they're not going to do anything to you, they're just kind of keeping it internally here. Women do see you as someone who looks like you're taken care of. So you look like you have a good support system. You look like you're always going to have someone who's going to care for you and take care of you. But there is kind of this assumption, I think, because of your attractiveness, that it's I do feel like some women kind of feel like they want to hold you at arm's length a little bit. And if you're a masculine too, there's kind of this feeling of you look so good, or you have such kind of a charming or sensual energy that it's I feel like a lot of women have a hard time trusting you, whatever your gender is. I think when they get to know you, it's a different story, but I think immediately kind of just based on your attractiveness. And there's something about your confidence too. Yeah, judgment. I do feel like there's some judgments happening, but I think a lot of those judgments are coming from a place of insecurity. I don't know, especially there's something too about women being nervous, either that they have feelings for you or that their partner would. Yeah, the 3 of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Wands. The nice thing is I do feel for women who either get to know you, even if they just get to speak to you, they recognize that you're actually a very nice person. You have a lot going for yourself other than just your looks. But I do think there's that initial, I just have siren energy as well too. Yeah, 8 of Wands. The Star and the 7, that's what I'm saying though. I think a lot of women, so here's the thing. I think the reason we're getting the 7 of Wands is because people look at you, people notice you, and it's a positive reaction. But I think other women see this as well too. Other women might even see their partners or people they're with looking at you as well too. Yeah, 10 of Cups in reverse with the Death card. I don't even think you're interested in that. I don't think you really, engage in that. Yeah, 4 of Cups. If you really want to mitigate this, I don't know, you can always if you want to be more modest or something, if that's even something you feel you need to do. I'm not really seeing a whole lot of immodesty from you, but if you feel you're doing things to get attention, you're getting a lot of attention. But if you're not, you might just have a natural beauty or a natural way about yourself that's just very attractive. Yeah, 6 of Wands in reverse here with the 10 of Wands. I just think there's something about you where you look really good, you have a great energy, and a lot of women just don't feel very good about themselves in comparison. I don't feel you're doing anything wrong at all. But there is kind of this sense of like, you know. I think also too, you have sort of this like lighthearted energy about you. You seem very above the fray. I think you're also kind of used to this perception. If this is resonating for you, you know, you've dealt with this before. This isn't necessarily like brand new information for you. I do feel like a lot of women, like, whoa, really interesting. I was gonna say like admire you, but I almost like revere. But like it comes through in a really like low vibrational way. Four of Swords, the King of Cups, and I think once again there's just something about like a fear of like how like people they like or their partner, something like that. It's coming through really strongly. I'm not sure like where you're at or who you're around. Yeah, there's this huge fear. I don't know why. Maybe you're different from other women in some way. Yeah, Ten of Cups with the Death and the Nine of Pentacles. This is wild. I don't know what's going on. You know, once again, you haven't done, I don't think you've done anything. But there's this really, really strong energy of women kind of being afraid that you'll like take their part. Like that's just what I'm getting really strongly. Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Wands with the really strongly. And I don't think, if you would do this, I recommend not doing it. But I think there's just a level of insecurity. Or there's like something different about you where women kind of fear like, ooh, if my partner likes that, they're not going to want to be with me because that person looks so different than me. You know what I mean? I don't know if there's like some big difference going on here or something. Anything else? And once again, it's like I see all these really positive, I heard almost said popular too. So women could think that you're like popular, you kind of give off that vibe. But there's all these positive attributes that women are perceiving of you that are like peppered through. But I think there's just a lot of women around you who have either low self-esteem or like just not high vibrational at all. And I think that you've dealt with this for a long time. I think you're fine. I don't see any desire from you to like try to take anyone's partner at all. And I think you'll be very much rewarded for not being in that kind of energy. But last cards for pile 1. I just see a lot of fear from other women, honestly. If you're a woman, if you're a man, I just see women feeling like that person is either like would never be attracted to me, or that person would just, just inspiring a lot of insecurity. 6 of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles, and the Lovers. Just that just seems to be like a huge energy that's just like kind of firing through for you, pile 1. But I think this is just a consequence of maybe if you're an attractive person, if you take good care of yourself, if you're friendly, if you're charismatic, this kind of thing is going to happen. As long as you don't actually engage in that kind of behavior, you're perfectly fine. But it's coming through really, really strongly. I would actually say that for pile 1, if this resonated for you, I would also pick one other pile, because I do see that this is coming through really strongly. I think the reason this is coming through really strongly is because there's certain women who are perceiving you, and this is like it. I'm getting almost a very intense, like neurotic energy, and that can come through really strongly in these kind of readings. So I recommend just pick one other one, and that'll give you a more layered and detailed view. But if you picked pile 1, you picked it for a reason, because it's coming through really strongly. But I don't think this is the whole story. But I do think that there are some women who are perceiving you who feel very strongly in this direction, and that's why it's coming through. But as long as you're not engaging this behavior, don't worry about it. Especially if you feel like you dress respectfully and you act respectfully and everything else, there's really there's nothing you're doing wrong, so you're perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. But that's what I have for you, pile 1. So I hope this resonated. I hope this was helpful for who this was for. You can feel free to check out one of the other piles if you would like, and I would actually say for this pile, I recommend it. You can feel free to watch one of my other videos, and of course, you can always book a personal reading with me if you would like me to read the energy in your situation. But thank you so much, pile 1, and until I see you next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and God bless you. Hi, pile 2. So if you chose the second pile, then this is your reading on how do women view you. Right away, I'm seeing like a strong respect that women have for you right away. I feel like they can kind of tell that you're someone who kind of has their life together here. Now you do have a youthfulness though that I think a lot of women are kind of It almost kind of reminds me of when somebody like has a lot of success at like a young age. No matter what age you are, people feel like you're doing very well for yourself, whatever life stage you're in. I think women assume a lot of really good things about you, like that you're very intelligent, you're very accomplished, you seem like you make good decisions that have created a lot of good outcomes in your life. You seem kind of like fortunate, very fortunate. I do see that some women kind of feel, I've been getting a little bit of like an insecurity vibe in most of the piles for today. There's also something too about the way that you speak, the way that you carry yourself. You know, you have a level of dignity, and it just kind of comes off as very well-rounded, where I think you're making some women feel a little bit insecure. But, like, not by the way that you're treating them, because you're treating them just fine. The Empress, I didn't even see that at the bottom of the deck. Women see you as the Empress, like, just someone who's doing very well in life, very balanced, someone very happy, someone stable, someone on the way to like a happy, stable life here. Someone who's not worried about what others are doing. Very, very stable and abundant here. Yeah, Seven of Swords and the Hermit with the World. Women could view you as someone who's a little bit protective of like yourself as well, though. Like you don't seem closed off necessarily, but you also don't seem like someone where it's really easy to like penetrate your life. Women could also think that you have a really, really nice, if you're in a relationship, women could think you're in a really nice relationship, very stable, once again, very loved, very cared for. Even if you're not in a relationship, if people don't know, like women assume that you're either married or very settled, or you will be like married whenever you want. There's very much this energy of women kind of seeing you as like that guy or that girl, like the one, you know what I mean? Like you've got it all together. You look really good. You look like you have your life together. Like very much that person who's like, oh wow, like, you know, I think very aspirational. The Strength. You could either be very fit, or you look really good. You look really healthy. You look confident. The Temperance, very balanced. Very like cool, calm, and collected. The Queen of Cups, someone loving, someone loved. I mean, I do think that women place you on a big pedestal pile too. With the Six of Swords. It's almost like when you perceive someone to be doing so well that you kind of just don't even try to like have negative feelings about them, because it's like, well, yeah, let's see what else we have here. I mean, pile 2, very just solid energy. Women could also think that you have a lot of options. You kind of have your pick of the litter here. Knight of Wands, King of Cups, and the Six of Wands. Women definitely assume that a lot of men love you, or are in love with you, or fall in love with you really easily. Anything else? This is just how women view you, just by like meeting you or getting to know you. The King of Cups, the Star. I'm almost getting that energy of like women seeing you as like the kind of person where like they're not surprised that people fall in love with you. Like, of course people like you. Like, you know, it's like, what did I hear? Like Pinterest? Like you seem like the type of person they would find on Pinterest or something. Five of Wands, the Emperor, and the Seven of Wands. Women really think that like people fight over you, or like people are like, I think you take really good care of yourself. I feel like you take really good care of yourself. You look really good. You carry yourself beautifully. And there's kind of this assumption of like you being kind of, I heard like top 1% of just like people. Kind of that like aspirational person. Like you're set. Women set you very, very high, like mentally in their head of people. I get for a lot of you, this is people you know too, because I'm seeing a lot more intimate cards. Especially if there's women who are in your family, or in the family of people you know, or friends, something like that, where like people, women in your circle, like really put you on a high pedestal here. But like they respect you. I think you carry yourself so well. And if you have people who love you in your life, like women understand why. Women love you, pile 2. I'm not gonna lie. Like this energy is pretty different from pile 1. But I did ask people in pile 1 to pick one extra pile 2. So if you're here from pile 1 as well, I feel like this is women who know you. But women love you, pile 2. I feel like people just in general actually really, really admire you. But there's something that feels a little bit inaccessible with you as well. So if you feel like you have kind of a harder time like connecting with people a little bit more, or people like connect with you but you still kind of feel a little bit separate from them, people do kind of place you on a pedestal to the point where sometimes like it gets kind of weird. So they'll like place you on a pedestal and get kind of obsessed and maybe even get jealous or weird, or they just kind of place you on a pedestal and get kind of nervous or feel like they can't really be close to you. I do get that sometimes that might happen for you. But I see a lot of admiration, a lot of love, and like a lot of respect. I think a lot of women admire you and frankly kind of look up to you, kind of want to be more like you. All right, that's what I have for you, pile 2. Really, really nice energy. So I hope this resonated, and I hope this was helpful for who this was for. You can feel free to check out one of the other piles if you're curious. You can watch one of my other videos. And of course, you can always book a personal reading with me if you'd like me to read the energy in your situation. Thank you so much, pile 2. And until I see you next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and God bless you. Hi, pile 3. So if you chose a third pile, then this is your reading on how women view you. So I'm just getting some general assumptions or like viewpoints that women have, and then we'll kind of delve deeper into it. So right away, women could think that you're younger than you are, and there's also kind of some curiosity about your background, whatever like race you are, ethnic background. There's curiosity about like what exactly that is. I do feel like women really recognize a lot of your strong attributes. Like they assume you're quite a successful person, quite a stable person. You seem more stable than like the average person, especially for your age, whatever your age is. With the 9 of Wands and the 2 of Wands though, it's kind of reminding me a little bit of pile 2, where there's this feeling of like, whatever you've done in life, there's this assumption that you've made good choices based on like how you're looking, how you're acting. Like you've made good choices to put yourself in a really nice position in life. I think a lot of women really trust you as well too. Like women trust your judgment, even just the way that you dress and the way that you carry yourself. Some of you could dress like really nicely and like in a way that kind of commands a lot of respect. If there's women who work with you, they really trust you. They feel like you're really, really capable and really good at your job. And I feel like this is an energy that's going to continue in perpetuity. So this World card here, I feel like this is an energy that's just going to be around you pretty much for your whole life. People are always going to assume based on how you look, you're a little bit younger than you are, but you are really hardworking, very successful, very trustworthy. You also could like be good with animals, or there's something here about you kind of having that. I'm looking at this lion and the eagle here. There's something sort of, it's interesting because you seem very grounded, very stable, but there is a bit of a free spirit. You seem very natural, like things come naturally to you. Like a naturally successful person, a naturally accomplished person. King of Wands, very attractive, but also someone like very capable. I'm just getting that. 3 of Cups. Women do like to like hang out with you. If there's women that you're friends with, family, anything like that, they love spending time with you. Like you're fun to be with, even though you're also very capable and responsible. Something about like a youthful energy too. 8 of Cups with the Hermit. Okay, I'll be honest. There could be some women who either owe you an apology or women who've hurt you in the past. I'm just gonna say this. Your energy is like very enviable, and some women just can't handle it. Like some women just can't handle, 9 of Pentacles, like how well you do in life. It's weird with the High Priestess. If you had women in your life who were like selfish or didn't like to see other people succeed, like they just couldn't, I just said they couldn't deal with it anymore. Like if they like to be the star, this is wild. Look at this 10 of Swords. Like if you were wondering like if you lost friends or lost partners or something like that, or had people just kind of want to come at you for some reason, like you're just so good at life, at like being yourself. I think you're just very, very capable, quite a like lucky, successful individual. And if someone's in a low vibration, like they just couldn't stand it. Like, I'm sorry. And you're very attractive as well too, but like also very confident and capable. You have a great balance of masculine and feminine energy. Like, however you identify, like, you very much embody this really beautifully, the moon. People also find you mysterious, and I think that's another issue that women have. It's like, if women want to know like every single thing about you or want to get one up on you, you're like, people have a really hard time like dominating you. I know that's weird to say, but like, it's true. 10 of Cups, like, you're so stable. 6 of Wands, women see you as like a winner. 5 of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Knight of Swords. You could have women in your life who like intentionally sabotage things with you. But it's because like they can't dominate you, they can't feel better than you, they can't be above you in some way. The Justice. You have a very strong, I mean, I'm getting a relationship with God for a lot of you, but just like a strong energy. 5 of Pentacles again. The Ace of Cups, like, you do make some women feel, it's so weird though, because it's like, it's just you being loved, it's just you being liked or chosen or picked or something. Like, some women cannot deal with it. 8 of Wands, 4 of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. You just feel very unflappable to me too. Like, you're very stable in your energy. People just feel like they can't shake you. Women feel like they can't shake you. Something about you not only getting a lot of attention, but like not needing anybody. Like, it's kind of hard to articulate. 7 of Wands, but you are very different in that way. 5 of Cups, like, you do make women feel sad, because I don't know, there's something about you being very stable, you know, making good choices, being very hardworking, being very solid, independent in some ways, but also being able to, you know, find a good partner, be connected with others. It's like you do get a lot of attention, but you don't need the attention to be successful. It's kind of like the cherry on top. I feel like you just get a lot more out of life than I think some women think they get out of life, and that's what they're struggling with here. For women who are in a good energy, they love it. But for women who are not in a good energy, they can't take it. Like, they can't stand it. So they might try to hurt you, betray you, walk away from you. Yeah, Lovers, Ace of Cups, and the Hierophant. Ultimately, I feel like a lot of women, whether they know this word or not, they see you as a master manifester. So not only can you create the reality that you want, you can have the success, you can make things happen, you can build things for yourself, but you also can, you have like a knack for bringing people into your life that are also very high quality too. So like, you know, I don't think you really struggle too much with getting like a really good partner or having good friends or building up your family, building up a business. Like, you bring everything in that you want, and it's hard for some women. Instead of wanting to learn from you or grow with you, they just kind of can't deal with it. And I think it's because they perceive how you live your life to be like hard work. And I think you do work hard, but I don't see you like breaking your back or anything necessarily. I feel like you do put in a lot of work and effort, but I think you're also very blessed. And especially too, if you have a good relationship with God, that's how you get into this kind of energy. So I see a lot of women admiring you, a lot of women supporting you, but I think a lot of women, they have a really, really hard time with how successful you are, how stable you are, while still making it look easy. Even though I'm sure plenty of the things you do are not that easy. But there is a sense here, maybe a little bit of insecurity, but whether they admit it or not, a lot of admiration. And especially too, if you're working up to really having a nice, fulfilling life, you know, I think you also let people walk out of your life, because you know that if, you know, someone's meant to be with you, they'll be with you. I think you demand a lot from others, but nothing that you wouldn't yourself also be able to achieve. I think you've made good decisions in life. I think you've made mistakes like everybody else, but you know what's right for you and you know what's not. And I think you kind of make a lot of women feel like they're living life the wrong way. And for some, they'll admire that and be like, let me try to learn from you. From others, they just can't handle it. But what I love about you is I don't think you try to force anyone. You're just like, okay, you know, if you don't like the energy I'm in, or if you don't like who I am, that's okay. I wish you the best. But I think at this point, most women just kind of see you as a winner here. But also someone who doesn't really care if other people view them that way or not. Because I think you feel good about your life and your choices and the way that you're moving forward. Women see that. Good women admire it. Not so great women, I think they have a hard time dealing with it. But all you can do is wish them the best and continue being yourself, because I do think that you are a great role model. And a great example. I love your energy, and I think you're doing great. And, you know, whether they're looking at it from a positive or negative spin, I think other women view you that way too. All right, that's what I have for you. So I do have this resonated pile 3. Let me know. I would love to hear from all of you. And if you're curious, you can check out one of the other piles. You can watch one of my other videos. And of course, you can always book a personal reading with me if you would like me to read the energy in your situation. But thank you all so much once again. And until I see you next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and God bless you.